Graeme, a potentially very tricky cup tie successfully navigated. Just how proud are you of particularly second half performance today?
I'm proud of the players. It was difficult. I thought that Air for 60-70 minutes were exceptional in their application, their understanding, their work rates, and not a little bit of quality as well. But we stayed patient, and in the second half we started to carve open opportunities. We had a little change of the shape as well. We went to 4-4-2 for a little spell of it, and we looked a little bit more comfortable in that. But I was always comfortable, even at 1-0 down, that we had enough quality on the pitch and on the bench that could cause them problems, and thankfully we managed to score at good times.
How is Wes? It's obviously a hazard for goalkeepers. Yeah. It can happen at any time.
It can happen at any time, especially the way we want to play. We want to play with Wes as the outfield, the next outfield player. We want to be able to utilise him. These things happen. He went and pressed at a good time, and they managed to get a goal from it. And as frustrating as it is for Wes, that he knows that we've got his back, and these things are part of football. Wes is taking ownership of it, but I'd never any doubts that he's a big enough guy to come back from that. And I thought that in the second half he looked comfortable.
Alfredo as well, in terms of his character, obviously had the miss, but seconds later just a wonderful finish.
That's the striker in him. That's the striker in him that he wants to get in there. He wants to go and score. And I thought that he picked a really high level technique to go and score. Lashed it into the goal where I would have side footed it. But that's the measure of the centre forward. They want to get in there, they want to score goals, and in this team, the way that we actually can play, we can create chances.
Yeah, that period where you got the 3 goals in 6 minutes was devastating. That must be exactly what you want from this team.
The tempo and the quality and the clarity and the cleanness and the sharpness of the play is where we want to be. We're not going to get there all the time. We need to understand that and not get frustrated. That's where we need to be a little bit more patient. But when we do up that tempo and go up a gear, I think we're very, very difficult to play against, and we need to isolate those moments, show them back to the players. If you could bottle that, it'd be worth quite a bit of money, I think.
And you said before the game you were looking forward to the partnership of Alfredo and Jason. How do you think that worked today?
It's in its infancy. It's a start. I just want to see if it would work. I want to see if they would complement one another. I thought at times they made the same runs because they're similar kinds of player, but you showed that we've got people that can score goals, and if we can get both of those understanding one another, and we can get a better understanding with them, then it's something I wouldn't be afraid to do again.
Yeah, now into the draw later on tonight. Do you have any preference at all?
No. With this club and with any cup competition, it's about winning the next game, whoever you're drawn against. We came here in difficult conditions to a team that are full of confidence, and I have to say I thought they performed extremely well. We handled the conditions, we handled the crowd, we handled the wind, and whatever the draw throws up at us, I'm sure we have enough in that changing room to handle it, regardless of who we get.
We spoke before the game about the supporters to turn up in this weather, and their support through the game was magnificent. It
was incredible. It's just given the distances they have to go, given the conditions today, given everything, I thought that our support is of the very, very highest order. And I do have to say, if you're the guy who's standing opposite me with a naked bare vest on all the way through the game, you are absolutely hardcore, because that was insane looking across at you there. I was freezing. I've got everything I own on, and you had a vest on. So that's just a measure of football fans and the way that they want to go and support their team. And I'm really, really pleased actually that we've sent them home with a smile on their face, because it would have been easy to lose belief. It would have been easy to actually question ourselves, but we showed real good character and real good quality, and obviously we scored some good goals.